People think that making art takes talent or some kind of divine inspiration, but it doesn't. It's not magic. You don't need to be special or gifted. You just need to be willing to do a few simple things. And that's what this video is about, what it really takes to make things. What it takes to make. I love making things, and I'm sure you do too, but how are we able to do that? What's really going on when we make something? When I sit down and I really analyze what I'm doing, whether it's an essay or a video or a drawing, it's not magic. It's something that anybody can understand and practice. Artwork takes work. Becoming an accomplished creator is a journey. I've been working on these skills since I was 3 or 4 years old, and over time, it gets easier, but it never gets easy. It takes commitment and time and a bit of sweat. You create even when you're bored. You create again, even if you've just made something terrible that just shakes your confidence. If you want to write books, you have to write regularly. Regular practice builds connections. It helps you to find words when you need them. It trains your ear for rhythm, and it steels you for editing. And these same ideas apply whether you're talking about drawing or composing music or making anything else. Because it takes backbone and grit to keep working like this, you have to know your compensation. What are you getting out of doing this? Maybe money, maybe recognition, but the real reward is satisfaction. Having an idea, chasing it, and enjoying the trip. The journey is the reward. Feed the beast. When you work hard, you need fuel. And that means spending time absorbing information and ideas and inspiration. I spend hours every day reading and watching and studying other people's work. I take notes, I collect, I cross-reference. It's a big part of the job, gathering raw material. It could be research about your medium, or it could just be curiosity about the world, history, comedy, essays, stories, nonfiction. It all goes into the compost heap where ideas grow. And there's no shortcut to this. It's a flaky pastry with many, many layers built over a lifetime. But the good news is, it's a lot of fun. Exploring ideas is never a chore. It's a luxury. It's a pleasure. But you have to put in the time. You don't get a beautiful garden by planting seeds once. You get it by tilling and pruning and feeding and tending season after season. Judge right. You have to learn to assess what you're making. Figure out why something didn't land. Ask what you're going to do differently next time. Learn from your mistakes. The trick is knowing when to step back and when to keep going. If you critique it too early, you kill the flow. But if you wait too long, you get so attached to what you've made that you're reluctant to change anything. And your attitude matters. If you use a critique to beat yourself up, well, it just becomes painful and self-defeating, and you might as well not bother the whole thing. But if you use it to build strength, it becomes fuel. And if you can't spot mistakes in what you're doing, if you never seem to make any mistakes at all, you're not growing. Ask your friends you trust, for feedback, and take it as the gift that it is. Always separate critique of the work from critique of yourself. Never take it personally. Popularity isn't the point. Society builds filters around creative success. Capitalism decides what's marketable. And so it builds gates, publishers, galleries, algorithms, all designed to measure the potential by profit. And sure, that system sometimes filters out mediocrity, but it also blocks a lot of honest, risky, original, authentic work that just doesn't sell fast enough. That has nothing to do with whether the work itself is worthwhile. You set the price and you decide the value. If making gives you joy or meaning, it's already worth it. The market defines success in dollars, but you get to define it in meaning to you. There are plenty of voices out there that try to confuse the two, and you can ignore them. Stop comparing. Even beyond the marketplace, we build smaller markets in our minds, measuring ourselves against everybody else. We have to learn from others, but there's no point in comparing our progress to theirs. They are where they are, and you are where you are. You have no idea what went into what they've made or what it cost them. And comparison can become an excuse to quit. I'm never going to be that good. I have no talent. I don't have the luck that they had. Those are the things we tell ourselves. But every artist struggles, and that's just part of doing the work. Allow for setbacks. There are days when I make awful drawings, followed by better ones. It's a long journey, and setbacks are just part of it. They only matter if they make you stop altogether. So if you feel like you need a break, take one. Just don't make it permanent. Call it rest, not retreat. You didn't lose. There are no creative blocks, just quiet seasons. Sometimes you're just a field in winter, waiting to grow again in the spring. Accept ugly. Perfectionism says that every word, every line has to be perfect. But when you accept that a lot of what you make is going to be crap, you get lighter and freer. Mistakes and dead ends, they're not verdicts on your worth. They're compost for your next idea. You can always fix it later, but first you have to make the mess. Dirty some paper, spill some ink. That's how the process works. Set limits. Creativity can go in infinite directions, and that can be overwhelming. So set guardrails, deadlines, projects, goals. Draw the same object every day for a week or a month or 3 months. Write for 90 minutes every morning. Fill a whole sketchbook in a month. Focus on quantity, not just quality, because the more you make, the more good stuff you make. And yes, the more crap too. But be okay with that. You have to learn to be comfortable with discomfort. Learn to start. The hardest part of making anything is starting. And once you begin, everything starts to flow. Boundaries help you start. Habits help you continue. You don't have to start with something great. Just start. That first step, however shaky it is, that's the one that counts. Write about starting. Draw your hand, your desk, your pen. Call it a warm-up. That warm-up tells your brain it's time. Suspend judgment and move on. Mix it up. Don't eat the same thing at every meal. Try new tools, new subjects, new approaches. Pick up a guitar. Write a poem. Animate your sketch. Feel free to explore. When we push ourselves into the unfamiliar, we open up. We see new connections. We rediscover the freedom and the risk of not knowing, a beginner's mind. And when we return to what we know, we bring back that new openness with us to apply to the stuff we've always been doing. Take this with you. The creative life, whether you do it for fun or for pay, is the most wonderful life I can imagine. It can feel daunting if you don't know exactly what it actually entails. And I hope that what I've shared here helps you to see it for what it is, a lifelong journey of joy. That's what it takes to make and to keep making.